Good morning. So today is the day. We are heading to the Lead King trailhead to start up Snowmass Peak, my last of the Colorado 14,000 foot peaks. So it's a big day. I'm trying to just take it nice and slow and savor this and not make any mistakes. I will be going up a non-standard route, the west slopes. All right, well, we're getting our first view of Snowmass. Just up ahead, it's the peak on the left. That's our destination right there. It's getting close already. So yeah, it looks very snow-free as well. So I'm pretty happy about that. We're about a mile from the Lead King trailhead, which is the official start of the route. And it is 6:10 in the morning. So we'll get started on the trail before 6:30. Wow, look at that snowy ridgeline behind us. That is fantastic. It's starting to look a little more intimidating now. Oh boy, that's a lot of scree, and that is a lot of gain.
You guys silly? I'm still gonna send it.
Yikes. One step at a time, one step at a time. We are in great shape time-wise, so we can take it nice and easy. It's only 8:15, and we're already at the final climb. I mean, it's probably gonna take us at least an hour, if not more, to get up this climb, but I mean, that would have us summiting before 10, which is fantastic. So no sense in rushing. I haven't seen a single person all morning. I am completely on my own out here. We just got to do that. It's so simple. So there's a little grassy patch up there, the highest grassy patch that's to the left of the two little snow melt creeks up there. That's where we have to aim for. We're aiming for that grassy patch just to the left of it, and then basically go up into that snow drainage on the left. We're gonna go up this boulder field through the center, through the grass, and then cut left over to the small grassy patch, and then cut right above it into the gully. Time to put the poles away and get the helmet out. Well, this lower scree field is not as bad as it looked. It's steep and loose, but it's really not bad. Amazing view down valley. You can see Geneva Lake down there, and man, that snow-covered ridgeline is out of this world. Wow, these flowers are pretty. I don't know what they are. It is a sky pilot. Well, that's pretty cool. All right, well, we're making progress. Here's our grassy patch just right up here and our two gullies. I'm really trying to break this climb up into little parcels so I can just check one off at a time and feel like I'm making incremental progress. So, I mean, the summit's right there. It looks closer than it is. It's still several thousand feet up, even though it's only probably like 3/4 of a mile distance-wise. But I'm trying not to focus on the summit. I'm just trying to focus on the next thing. So grassy patch, let's do it. 9 a.m. and we have reached the grassy patch. And there's still a faint trail that I'm following. So I'll stay on that as long as I can. But we've come up a decent ways. If you look down, there's the scree field all the way down at the bottom that we started on. So we've come up probably something like 800 feet, maybe 1,000, but we still have about 1,500 feet to climb. So we're not even halfway up yet. Well, one little patch of snow. Yeah, you see there's some ice right there. Definitely want to avoid that. Difficult class 2 right now. There's been a couple of little class 3 pitches, but for the most part, this rock has been very stable. I know as we get closer to the top, we're gonna get rock that's a lot looser. Everybody talks about it. I don't want to walk on the snow because it's not soft yet and it's really steep. So I'm going to try to stay on the rocks just to the right. It almost looks like the rocks on the left would have been better, but I'm stuck on this side now, so. This is getting really spicy. These rocks are really big, and every single one of them is like, is it gonna wobble? Is it not gonna wobble? Is it gonna give way? So everything in front of me is like potentially unstable. Testing every rock that I step on. So many loose ones. Something like this gives way. That's really sketchy. Wow, well, we're getting really close. That's the summit just right up there. And that is what we came up. That is one heck of a shoot. Yikes. All right, a little bit of exposure up here. There it is. We did it. 14ers have all been climbed. This is definitely steep going down. And every time you set foot on a rock, you don't know if it's gonna give. It's a little bit stressful, which is why I'm going very slow. Okay, we've got a cairn, so we are on the route. That's always reassuring. It looks like there's actually a trail. I definitely did not go up the right way. I'm gonna try and stick to the, ooh, wow. This massive rock right here wobbled. Boy, if that gave way, it could have been really bad. Very chossy. Up here, this like loose soil and gravel. It's no purchase whatsoever. See what I mean? Certainly looks like a trail. I almost prefer to stick to the rocks, but clouds holding off. I think we're in good shape weather-wise. We just need to make it back to the lake, and then, you know, if it rains on our hike out, that's fine. I have all my rain gear. A little bit sketchy. Oh, oh, oh. Yep, here it goes. I think this one's gonna give too, yep. It's okay, we held off. Oh, we need some good grips here. Okay. You may notice I did not celebrate much at the summit, and that is because that's bad karma, man. On your last one, you do not celebrate before you make it back to safety. Awesome that we got the mountain all to ourselves. The entire climb, the summit, and now the descent. What's getting my nerves up now is the loose footing. You know, this is a very steep gully, and yeah, the footing sucks. So, I mean, it's just, you gotta be super slow. What people have done is they've basically made like miniature switchbacks that are just really short, almost like tacking our way down the mountain. It gives us a slightly lower gradient, which is nice, because we can just sort of switch like this right here, you know. I'm not really descending all that much, but it's very safe. And I didn't know that when I came up. I just basically scrambled straight up the mountain. That was a tough climb, definitely. I definitely rank it in the top 10, at least from this approach. I don't know about the standard approach. It might be easier. I just didn't want to have to deal with crampons and snow, so I decided to do this approach. Back on trail. There it is, back on trail. The 14ers are done. I started this quest 2011. So it's been 14 years in the making. Yeah, it was definitely a good one to end on. It was quite feisty. You can really see where I went now, all the way up. No joke. I gotta do a little bit of climbing back up to the saddle over there, but then it's all downhill to the motorcycle, so. Good stuff. All right, back at Gem Lake. Am I happy to see you? Normally, I'd say I'm not looking forward to the 7-mile road walk, but I don't know. I kind of think I need it. I think it'll be really therapeutic, and will give me a couple hours to reflect on the past 14 years. Whew. Well, I'm still about 5 miles from the motorcycle, just hiking down the road now. Coming up on the Crystal Mill here shortly. I'm not in a rush. I kind of want to savor just being out here, and very successful trip to Colorado that's going to be coming to an end pretty soon. 2 successful summits very difficult summits to finish my 14-year journey. Even my dissertation only took 7. So, yeah, this has been a pretty long road. So thanks for following along today on what ended up being my last journey up a 14,000 foot peak in Colorado. So I will try to capture some footage on the ride out tonight over to Montrose, and otherwise I will see you all in the next installment of this series. Bye.